Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, I'm going to do a haul video here in a minute, but I just have to sing the praises of Your Scrapbooking. Let me see here. YourScrapbookSupply.com. Now, I know, once again, I'm the last one to jump on the bandwagon, but I just put in an order at Your Scrapbooking Supply for the first time Sunday. It is Wednesday, and I received my package today, this morning, yes. And I want you to take a look at the way Rhonda wraps everything. Look at this. Okay, like, this is all my twines and soft things. This is a soft plastic. Listen, ignore my nail polish. I'm sure you don't care anyway. I have been doing some cleaning before it gets cold here, and there's no sense in even doing my nails because I'll have my hands down in Clorox tomorrow, and so just ignore the nails. Look at this, how it's wrapped. I am so impressed, and you'll know why in a minute. Look at this. Okay, now, here's my paper collections. She put it into a zip-top bag, but she also, so that it shipped securely. That's not all. Look, all of my items, I probably have, what, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 items. Look at that. They're all secured and packaged nicely. I'm so impressed. You know, listen, this is a very impromptu video, and I'm going to do a haul here in a minute, but I just really had to show this to you before I open these items. Again, now this is soft plastic, and look at this. How nicely wrapped. I opened this one, but everything's taped down. I want to show you, you know, I've noticed a lot of online stores are not sending an invoice printout sheet in your box anymore. Not only does Rhonda, and Rhonda, if you're watching this, honey, I hope Rhonda is your name. If it's not your name, it's a very pretty name, right? And please don't be offended. I can barely remember my own name. And listen, the kids come in and I'm like, who the hell are you? So, listen, please don't be offended. I'm horrible with names. Anyway, look at this invoice. Can I tell you something? Not only did somebody go through and check it off as they packed it, they went through twice and checked it off. Call me anal, but that's what I do. I check things twice most of the time. One of my items was out of stock. She sent me an email the next morning to let me know that it was out of stock. My money had already been refunded within 24 hours. And listen, she didn't give me a credit that I didn't even know about. She emailed me and she wrote down on this paper, refund out of stock. The initial checked, packed, TLC or TC. They circled the item that's out of stock. Everything is written out on here. The prices are clear. And listen, guys, I got all of this stuff for $99.02. And let me tell you something. I was going to spend more, but I had so much stuff in my cart, the cart erred on me. And that is not their fault. I know how that stuff works. You know, that's not Your Scrapbook Supply.com's fault. It probably, I had almost $300 in there. It probably thought I was fraudulent or had stole a credit card. I mean, who buys $300 worth of stuff? And listen to this. Everything was 20% off. Not just going out of style items, everything. Now, I've heard a lot of people rave about Rhonda and Your Scrapbook Supply. And I think that she is RGSS on eBay. But, I thought, yeah, how good can it be? I'm impressed. And I highly recommend you trying them out. Keep an eye on them, watch for a good sale or whatever, but give Your Scrapbooking, let me say that right, Your Scrapbook Supply.com a try. Now, on the same hand, here's the bad thing I wanted to tell you about. I have been shopping with an Etsy store for probably about 3 or 4 months now. And I've probably placed about 5 orders. I would say the orders probably range anywhere from $20 to $150. Recently, I noticed that one of my items had not been shipped. I did not notice that the item was not shipped right away. It had been about 3 weeks. I wrote the Etsy owner. There was no reply. 3 days later, I resent my email saying, listen, this is no big deal. It's only a couple of dollars. I'm sorry I didn't realize this earlier, but this was not in my package. Do you still have it? Sorry to bother you. I really hate to go. The reason I did that is I wanted to know if she had it still. Anyway, after I sent the second email to her, they did write me back and say, oh, kind of busy, I'll get back with you. Well, I've never been gotten back to, and that was almost 2 weeks ago. Girls, guys, scrapbookers, if you're like me, when I get my packages in the mail, I'm so excited. I rip open the package, and if there's no invoice sheet in there, I have forgotten half of what I've ordered. I'm sorry, let me grab this phone. Okay, I kind of forget where I was. Anyway, it really wasn't a big deal. The item was $2 to $3. But like I was saying, if you're like me, you get a lot of items. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm the only person who does this. I don't check my online invoice to make sure everything was in there. I'm bad for that, but I do it now, trust. Because I don't think it was the $2 or $3 that I got screwed on. It's the whole principle. And let me tell you, I had a couple of problems in the past month or so with a few online orders. I ordered 3 papers, they only sent 1, and that was, gosh, I don't want to say it was the wrong Etsy place, but let me tell you, I wrote the Etsy store that did that. Within 20 minutes, she had responded to me by email. And within 3 days, I got my other papers that had been missing, plus a very nice apology gift. I'm talking something that sold for $5 to $7, not a piece of string, okay? Which I think any free gift is nice, don't get me wrong. I like buying from Etsy. I just said that a couple of videos ago. I like supporting these small places. And out of the many, 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 many times that I have shopped on Etsy, this is the only time I have had not so pleasant service. And the only reason I'm talking about this, guys, is check your orders when they come in. After I went back and checked previous orders from the same business, I realized I had been missing 3 items. 3 items were never sent to me out of several purchases. And they were all Nothing spectacular. They were all under $3, $3 or $4 in price, but maybe the person is getting too busy, maybe they don't care. But you know what? Somebody who does this, to me, cares. And I'm sorry. I run businesses. I have been a boss. And let me tell you something. When I was 18, 19, 20 years old, I was a waitress. And I take pride in the work I do. I don't care what I'm doing. Whether I'm doing a $50 job or a $50 million job. I take pride in what I'm doing. I've always told my son, I've always said to him, if you're going to be there at work, do well. Do a good job. Don't half-a it, do a good job. If you don't like the place, if you're mad, look for another job. Anyway, I'm so sorry. This isn't me. I don't really like to talk about negative stuff, but ladies, guys, check your packages when they come in and make sure your stuff's there. I don't even want to say a name of who it is, so don't ask. And like I said, if you knew, this is a very low percentage, trust me. I mean, I probably, in the past 6 months, have had easy 30 purchases from people on Etsy alone. So, for this to happen, 1 or 2 times from the same person, that's not a bad percentage. I have some good stories I want to tell about Etsy, too. It just so happened that my Your Scrapbooking Supply order got here today, and it was remarkable, and I wanted to sing her praises, and I also wanted to warn you to check your packages, because, whether it's $2 or $2,000, that's just not right, and we work hard for our money, and plus, you know what? That little couple dollar item that wasn't in my package, I want it. That's why I ordered it. Okay, soapbox away. I'm so sorry to ramble and just looking out for you guys. I did need to vent a little bit, and I'll be back with a haul, and I'll show you these great buys from YourScrapbookSupply.com.